Good afternoon, my people. Long time no see. It's your girl Keisha here. Thought I'd bring you a little update on my cochlear implant and show you some of the things that came with my cochlear implant. So, as you know, on March 25th, we'll do a quick rundown. March 25th, 2021, I had my cochlear implant. I was down for about 4 weeks. I was activated on April 30th, and I returned to work on May 7th, I believe it was. Um, I must say that while I was scared and nervous of how this was going to work out for me, I'm glad to say that it has been life changing because I've seen the horror stories where they get activated and they hear nothing or they hear little to nothing. But I have been blessed due to the fact that my doctor was one, he was able to keep some of my residual hearing. He was able to keep my acoustic hearing, which was really great because I was able to get a piece added on, which I talked about in my previous video, which is called the acoustic component. And this is what it looks like. And it's almost like what you see on a typical hearing aid. So with this part, I am able to get the um, the bottoms, the lows. So now it's not all just high frequency as it was for the first few weeks and before I got that, because the first few weeks it was really chipmunky. Music sucked because I was only getting the high frequencies of everything. But even with that said, I was still hearing better. I do still have certain sounds, certain voices that I just have a hard time understanding. But with everybody kind of not wearing masks as much as they were, I'm able to read lips again. So I am getting nuances, which has been able to help increase my speech recognition because at my last appointment, we did a speech recognition test, not just a sound test. Um, and my speech recognition went up from 16% to 88%, which is a great jump because at 16%, I literally was missing 90% of conversation. 90%. I basically was deaf. I couldn't, I could hear, but the comprehension and the clarity just was not there. So once again, this has definitely been life changing. Before it was just interesting, but this has been life changing. I am able to carry on conversations. I am able to talk on the phone now without much hindrance or asking people to repeat themselves. But as I said, I do still have certain people that I have a hard time understanding, and I do have to ask them to repeat themselves. And I know it's frustrating. It's a learning experience. I mean, we're all learning as we go, but I am truly grateful that I'm able to experience this and that I'm able to hear again. um, One-on-one conversation in quiet zones, cars, at home, um, are pretty good. I'm doing pretty good with that. I am looking at TV more. I use my mini mic to look at TV, or even sometimes my phone mic because the smart TV that we have, I'm able to connect it to my phone and sound can play directly into my head. So that's definitely helping with speech recognition. I'm using audiobooks, I'm looking at TV, I'm watching videos. I've even started looking at sign language videos to learn some basic conversational ASL. So this has been just been really great. Like I don't even know how to explain it and put it into words because for a long time I was dealing with anxiety and and I wouldn't say depression, but borderline dark places because I felt myself withdrawn from the world socially because I got tired of asking people to repeat themselves. So yeah, it's kind of it's been really good. Like work has been better. I've been really working on breaking my bad habits, which is definitely avoiding. avoiding people. Hey, how you doing? Keep it moving. Like that's how I spent the last probably 2 years of my life, avoiding people. And then in social situations, I usually relied on my girlfriend to what they say, or my sister. Just depending on the situation. Especially if I wasn't able to read lips. And then a lot of time, I just found myself withdrawn from this social situation altogether into my phone, or just kind of zoning out, or just kind of trying to put the yes and the uh-huhs and the giggles in the right spot just based on facial nuances. I should be laughing right now. Yeah, even though I didn't really hear what the heck they said. So I am grateful. Like I said, my doctor, Dr. Malone, he was amazing. He prepped me for this and made sure that I was ready psychologically, understanding, that it could be the greatest thing ever and it could not work at all. But I mean, he didn't give me any guarantees, but he said that he felt like it would definitely give me more hearing than I had. And I got to tell you, it's giving me more than I thought that I could get from it. So it's been an amazing experience. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying listening to music and actually knowing what the music is saying, even though it's still a little chipmunky. But yeah, otherwise, I really can't complain other than having to go to the doctor once and twice a month to see the audiologist. But other than that, she's a cool lady, Dr. Fodor. Shout out Dr. Fodor, ENT Allergy, Florida ENT Allergy. You know what I'm saying? She's the sweetest person you ever met. She's just, encouraging, constantly sending emails to check on me, sending me different things that I can look at that can help me with speech recognition, different websites. She even said it's a phone number you can call and actually listen. You don't, it's like, and people talk. It's not like real people, but like you hear voices to help you with talking on the phone. But anyway, enough about that. So, like I said, I had my surgery, and they actually gave me pictures. Now, I ain't fancy with this technological stuff, so I'm just gonna hold the pictures up to the camera, and you can see what um what the inside looked like. So, right there, you can see that is the actual implant that they put under the skin right there. And then here you can see where they had drilled a small hole down behind the back of my cochlear. How cool is that, right? So you're looking kind of like behind my ear at the top of my skull. Well, right in this area. And then and this one, you can actually see where he was clearing out and the spot for the electrode to go in, and that's where he stuck the electrode. That's down behind my ear. So this is pretty cool. It's a nice little souvenir from surgery. So I'll get to some of the things that I received. Um, in this and I was blessed. I got my insurance company covered 2 cochlears, so I have a backup, which is really great. Most people don't get it. Like if it gets broken and it has to go in to be repaired, then you're just like without for like 2 to 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So that is, a blessing that I have a backup. So I'll take off the one that I'm wearing and I'll talk about it a little bit, and so here we go. So here we have the actual thing over the ear, or OTE device. This is the acoustic component, which goes inside of my ear like a regular hearing aid. And then we have the hearing coil, and we have the magnet. And see, as you can see, it goes over the ear, and it connects right there. That's where my magnet is under the skin, and this goes into the ear, which gives me the acoustic hearing. Um, but here's the backup. This is what came in the box originally when I originally got the first one. As you can see, the device. Um, it came with batteries. Um, and because I have 2 devices, I have 4 batteries, which is great. One of them is an 8-hour battery, and then 3 of them is a 12-hour battery. Now, I'm supposed to wear this during all waking hours, meaning basically when I wake up in the morning, to the end of the day when I go to sleep. I do sometimes take hearing breaks because I do drive for a living, so the sound of children and the sound of engines can be a bit much. So when I come home and have my break in between my AM and afternoon runs, I usually do take a hearing break. But I will say this, that this while it is a great thing, it can be exhausting at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I am completely exhausted because it is active listening all day long. You know, with regular hearing, you kind of pick and choose what you really want to focus on, what you really want to listen to. With this, there is no picking and choosing. The brain is trying to work through what's important, what's not important, but it's it's active listening all day long. So by the end of the day, I am exhausted. So, but anyway, this is actually one of the batteries where if something should happen to one of my batteries, I can actually use the disposable batteries. But this is pretty much what the battery looks like on my device right here, and it just, you know, you slip it in. It's just a little twist off, twist on, boom. So yeah, and oh, there we go. Oh, have it. Where's the magnet? I lost it. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm having a little trouble getting that back together. But anyway, also in the box, um, there was this little remote. Now you can use this to turn the volume up and down on the Cochlear to your comfort level. I mean, I keep mine around 6. I mean, that's what they set it at, and that's typically what I keep it around. Um, that's a comfortable setting. Sometimes when I'm in noisy situations, I will turn it down just to a more comfortable level. I did receive a mini mic. I can't show it to you because yeah, I don't know what I've misplaced it at the moment, which is like this story of my life when it comes to devices. I'm set it down somewhere. It's in this house somewhere. I just don't know what I did with it. But yes, and then I have received what is the phone mic. There are phones that are now capable of interfacing directly with the cochlear implant. And right now, my phone hasn't given me a reason to upgrade, so I haven't. But I know that pretty much all the iPhones after the iPhone 8 are compatible with the device, as well as the Samsung 11 and up, and the Google Pixel 4a and up. So there are devices that are directly compatible with the cochlear implant. The recommendation is iPhone because iPhone directly worked with Cochlear's America and Cochlear to create a device, to create a system that could directly interface with the device. But like I said, my phone doesn't need upgrading yet, so I haven't really made a big deal about it. So I just use this device. I keep it on a lanyard around my neck. I use it for streaming. I use it for you know, looking at my phone, listening to music. I use it to talk on the phone. This thing has been a game changer. And I can't lie, I was being stubborn at first. I was not using it at all. I was still trying to put the phone to my ear and hear my left ear. But check this out, my left ear isn't that great either. It's not much better than what the right ear was, even though based on tests, it was hearing more than the right ear. But this right here has been a game changer because now I can have phone conversations with people and I absolutely love it. I make sure I keep this thing charged at all times because I can use it to directly answer the phone. As you can see, that's the phone button. I hit that boom and answer the phone with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's really great. It comes in really handy. Like I said, because I have a Roku smart TV, I download the Roku app on my phone, and then you can listen privately. So I can just hit that little microphone, the little headphone button on the Roku app, and it'll directly stream whatever I'm looking at on TV directly into my head. I don't even need my mini mic anymore, which is like great. I found that out after the fact. So that's pretty awesome. Like I say, this has been life changing for me. You know what I'm saying? I never imagined that I would be 40, 41, you know, talking about hearing aids or cochlear implants or the, you know, just even the idea of losing my hearing and losing my functionality. So yeah, it's pretty wild. So also in the box came these different adapters. I'm not gonna put them all out, but it's just a bunch of different adapters. If you go out of the country or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you can have this You slide it into the it's a little box. It's currently upstairs plugged in, charging my other batteries. And it got for every kind of plug, and there's actually two boxes of these for every kind of plug all over the world. I'll be able, anywhere I go, I'll be able to charge my device. Um, and then it came with this little video thing. It looks like a little. They basically put like a tablet in here, and you can look at it and listen to it and got play, and you can restart it. I don't know how the hell long. I mean, actually, you can charge it. Like, it's crazy. Like, this is like some next level new age Star Trek Next Generation type stuff. I'm trying not to use bad language. That's how like thrilled I am. But yeah, it comes. You can press play, and it gives you all these little, you know, different things. You click it, you put it in English. Um, it, basically a welcome to Cochlear, and they put that in your little package, and it plays like a whole bunch of videos for you of how to, people are living with this experience. So it's pretty cool. Um, yeah, and that's that. And then I got a box of accessories to go along with it. I had another device. It's called a Kenzo 2, and it was actually a wireless device. I wouldn't have the hearing coil, but because of the placement of my electrode in my head, the magnet just wasn't strong enough, and it would keep sliding. So we had to send that one back. That was the one I originally picked because my vanity had kicked in a little bit, but with that one, I would not have been able to have the acoustic component. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think that this was the best choice because you know what? I'm really not that vain, and honestly, most people don't even really notice it, or the people that do, they'll be like, "Oh, you wearing a hearing aid now." They don't even notice that the whole part that's on the magnet on my head. But I got these I got some little power domes. These go on the tip of my acoustic component to protect it from waxing, so that it stays snug inside of my ear. Um, just a bunch of extras, that way I can, if I need, to replace anything or anything goes bad while I'm wearing it. These are the little wax protectors. They go inside of the acoustic component. It protects the inner device. It goes inside of this component right here to protect it from wax and such another. I got a extra coil. I got batteries. I didn't even know this battery was in there. So I got 5 batteries. But um this is a battery charger that I can plug into my computer if I need a quick charge and I don't have my cord. I can plug this into a see I can if, on this end right here I could stick my battery, and then on the other end I plug into a computer or a USB port of some type, and I can charge my battery up real quick while if I'm not in a place to that I have my charger cord. So very useful. I haven't had to use that yet. I've got so many batteries. I just make sure I take an extra battery with me, and I usually have a phone charger or something with me that is compatible. Um, that's another coil. These are batteries that they gave me just in case as backup if I need, for whatever reason, I need to use the disposable batteries. I got so many cords and charger butts. Oh my god, like it's ridiculous, and they're all of them are USB micro USB cords. Um, I got the extra ear hooks. I got like bags of these. You know, I shouldn't have to call and order anything anytime soon. Um, and this right here is what they call a snug fit. But since I wear the acoustic component, it's not really an issue. You basically it hooks on like the ear hook would, and it would come around my ear to keep it, you know, close to the head. But since I have the acoustic component, it's not really an issue. I don't have a problem with it staying on. Extra microphone covers. As you can see, it's a little tiny piece. Uh-oh, get it in the camera. Right there. That comes off of the device, and it protects the microphones from getting any dust or the gunk in it or whatnot. Extra magnets. Um, That's a lot of stuff in it. Oh, this is a safety cord, and probably in a couple months I will be receiving my Aqua Kit, which makes it waterproof, so that But I mean, I don't do a lot of water sports, but I felt like that was a good thing to have because I do go fishing a lot, so you know, just for protection from moisture or whatever, whatever. Um, Also, I received a dryer, a Zephyr dryer, which is basically I stick it in there and at nighttime. I ain't doing it as much as I should, but you should be doing it every night. You stick it in there and you put it in there overnight, and it helps to dry out the moisture that you may have accumulated from sweat or you know whatever the case may be for that day. Boy, I'm at 21 minutes. I tried to kind of keep this short, but like I said, um, yeah, that's pretty much all it is. Once when I find my other device, I'll show you what it looks like. But I don't know. I've misplaced it. It's here in the house somewhere. I hope I find it because I don't want to have to replace it already and literally in just a couple months. But this to anybody out there that is thinking about having this done or has been recommended, weigh all your pros and cons. Um, know how it's going to, that it's not a perfect science. There are no guarantees. Everybody's experience is different. From babies who can't hear at all to hearing people who lose their hearing and then get it. Out of all the research that I've done and some of the support groups that I've joined, people who were hearing and started to lose their hearing, to me, seem to do better, in my opinion. This is my opinion. Seem to do better than those who were born deaf or hard of hearing and had to learn how to use it. I'm not talking about babies because babies, they probably do better than everybody, but I'm not really sure. Like I said, I haven't really dug that deep into it. I mostly was focusing on those who had been born with normal hearing and went on to lose some of their hearing, and that's my case. I am hard of hearing, and I am embracing this deaf hard of hearing community. I realize that with this, there are a lot of people in that community that are against the cochlear implants, especially in children, because they feel like they didn't have a choice to make it. And I'm not going to go into all of that, but for me, it was the best decision that I could have made. It was because hearing aids didn't work. And the reality is, I was losing my hearing. It's only a matter of time before it was completely gone. And that is crazy. That's crazy. Like, I don't even have the words for it. It's like when you sit back and you think like you really was going deaf. Like, and you wasn't doing nothing about it. You just, oh, I'll go to get the hearing aids next in 6 months, or I'll go and get it in a year. And steady, all the while it was like getting worse and worse. 16% in October, when I first went to the specialized ENT who specialized in the cochlear implant, the audiologist did my speech recognition, and I was at 16%. That means that roughly 90 to 100% of the conversations that I was having with people, I was freaking pretending. I was pretending that I understood what was going on. And the reality is, I wasn't. I was faking it. I was faking it so bad. Oh my God, I was faking it so bad. And now I don't have to fake it as much. And now I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to say, I didn't quite catch that. Can you repeat it for me? And, I found that most people are okay with it. There are select few who are just like, I am tired of repeating things to you. And, and that's okay. You're going to have people like that. But I am embracing this thing. Like, I'm taking it in stride. I'm trying to do everything that I can to get the best hearing um, experience as possible. This has been life changing. This really has been life changing. And the reality is, in a few more years, I'll probably have to get the left side done. And I don't think I'll be as anxious about it because I know what it has done for me. Because I still struggle with some things like directional hearing. Directional hearing is a two-ear thing. So I still struggle with knowing where the sound comes from, which is hard sometimes because I get startled a lot. I get startled because I didn't hear where the sound came from, and then boom, somebody's like right in my face. Hey, I was talking to you, and it's like I heard them calling my name, but didn't know where it was coming from, and then boom, they're like right in my face. So, yeah. Once again, I send out PSAs to all my people. Anybody watching this video, anybody has the slightest concerns about their hearing health, go get it checked. Go get it checked. Go get it checked. Go get it checked. Like, this is not a game. Like, go get your hearing checked. Like, for real. This, hearing plays just as much important as having your prostate checked, having your colon checked, having your breast exam, having that cooter pop check, all them exams that you willfully go and get every 1 to 2 years, and yet we skip the hearing check. We go get our eyes checked, but we won't get our hearing checked. Let me tell you something. Go get your hearing checked. And I said it in the last video and the video before that, that losing your hearing has been connected to early onset dementia. It has. It's been scientific. They've proven that in some cases it can lead to early onset dementia, cognitive issues, memory loss, equilibrium balance. Go get your hearing checked. I am an advocate now because I waited so long till it was to a point of no return. And I mean, even with hearing aids, it was still would have been a slow progress, and I probably would have still ended up here, but maybe I wouldn't have spent the last 2 3 years so frustrated and with so much anxiety about being around people because of my hearing. So go get your hearing checked. This is all coming from a loving place. Go get your hearing checked. My people, my people, my people, go get your hearing checked. It's important. It's important, just like you checking that sugar. It's important. I'm trying to tell you. It really is. It really is. Go get your hearing checked. And this is coming from a loving place. And I just want to say thank you for listening. So anybody that's new to these videos, and I swear I be trying to keep people updated, but I live a very busy life. I drive school bus. I work a lot of hours. And a lot of times social media is literally the last thing on my mind at the end of a day. So I'm gonna try to do better, and hopefully I will. And it's your girl Q. Pray for me. I'm gonna keep praying for you. One love. We out.